Welcome to our YouTube channel for Easy Mobiles. Today we're going to be working with the Sony Xperia M4 Aqua, and we're going to be unboxing this mid-range waterproof device. You can get it for around £200 on pay-as-you-go or £15 and upwards on contract. We have some excellent specifications on here which we do share with the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. That'll be the processing components, which we'll get to in just a moment. We are lit down in regards to RAM and memory though. We only have 2GB of RAM compared to a flagship which would usually be 3GB of RAM, and we only have 8GB of internal memory. Android 5.0 Lollipop is installed on this, so you're only really going to have around 2.82GB before you fill up all the storage space with high definition or with videos, music, applications. So you really are going to want to take advantage of the SD card slot to go with this. That's a 32GB expandable SD card slot. Other than that, we won't have a premium body build, which you'd expect from a Sony Xperia model. We're only going to have a standard, an adequate and sturdy build with the phone. So it's not going to be plush, and it's not going to be posh, and it's not going to be the best of the best. Other than that, they'll be more than adequate enough. So before we open this up and take a look inside, we'll have a look at the box so you can see how the box works and the design of it. It tells us we have a black model here. It shows white on the front. Obviously this is a mass-produced model, so they haven't bothered with changing the cover. It does show us the different colours we can opt for though. We have like rose, black and white. If you take a look at the box, we can see some of the functions and specifications here. Obviously everything is Wi-Fi certified, so that's really there just to make out a balance. We have 2 days battery life, which is something Sony are proud to put on the box. That's with Sony's stamina mode and ultra stamina mode. You won't get through it without using that. We have NFC, which is near field communication. This is something which hasn't really gone mainstream in the UK yet, but when it does, you'll be able to pay for your shopping just by tapping the till or tapping the card reader in the till. That will be NFC, near field communication technology that uses that. You can also use it to transfer data and files from the phone to a laptop with NFC. As I mentioned already, this is a brand new phone, so obviously we have 5.0 Android Lollipop. That does take up some of the storage space, which I believe we touched upon. We have Clear Audio Plus for our sound and our sound settings, Exmor RS for our motion sensor. Obviously, due to the nature of this aquatic little beast, we are IP6568 certified. This means we're both dust resistant and water resistant, so you can drop this phone into 1.5 meters of water for a maximum of 30 minutes before it pops its clogs, bursts its bubble, and never works ever again. Obviously, we have a HD 720x1280 pixel screen resolution. That's IPS LCD capacitive touchscreen. This will be the same screen resolution that you're using at home on your TV, or high definition TV if you have one, or your PC monitor for your screen resolution there. So bear in mind, a PC monitor and a TV are both way bigger than a mobile phone. We'll be compressing this down on all this resolution down to 5 inches of screen, so you have quite a bit of surface area to work with there. Not just that, we're going to have a nice bright, we're going to have a nice shiny and sharp image, which will even outshine through the glare in the sun on a sunny day in the UK like it is today. We also have a front-facing camera, a 5-megapixel front-facing camera to capture detailed selfies, a 13-megapixel rear camera that will capture 1080p in HD at 30 frames per second, and it has LED autofocus, but it doesn't get the optical imaging stabilization to go with this. We also have a Snapdragon 64-bit Snapdragon 615, which is excellent to get with this as well, with an octa-core processing system, which consists of 2 quad-core processors, one operating at 1 GHz and the other operating at 1.5 GHz, which is the Cortex A53. Incidentally, that is the same processor used by the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, and it's even clocked at the same rate as well, 1.5 GHz. So that said, we've gone through everything you can get with this. It's a nice piece of hardware which you have on the phone. You have nice software on there as well. You have your 2 days battery life, and you can record in HD at 1080p, and it's got that octa-core processing system. So we'll take a look inside just to see what you actually get inside the box. We have our instructions here, I believe. Everyone overlooks the instructions, but they are important if you care about instructions, that is. People like us, we don't care. We have our headphones here as well. I don't think we're going to get headphones with this, so that's pretty good. Obviously, most people use Bluetooth these days, so it's not really that important. We have our micro USB to USB connector here as well. We'll use that to connect to the plug, which you can see at the bottom. It's our 3-piece plug pin. We have our USB connector on the side, I believe. And here we have the Sony Xperia M4 Aqua in all its glory. You can take a look at that. I'll start firstly with the back, which will, with the front, sorry. We have a 5 megapixel camera at the front for capturing the selfies. You can see right up here, you should be able to see we have our speaker grill at the top. We have our LED there as well. We'll go and check at the very top of the phone. We have our 3.5mm headphone jack. We have a microphone here as well, which should be mimicked by the bottom just to equalize the sound. We'll have a look now. As you can see, we have the mic there too. We have our speaker, more speaker grills, and another speaker grill at the bottom as well. So mic, speaker, speaker, speaker. So we should get some good sound with this. We'll turn and look to the right hand side of the phone now. This is typically how Sony designed their Xperia range. We have our nano SD, a nano slot here for our SIM card. We have our power button, which has a premium feature on it. So we have a nice sort of metallic on that. The rest of the buttons aren't metallic. We have the volume rocker here, so volume up and down. And we have our flicker for taking quick pictures with the camera. We'll turn around to the left-hand side of the phone now. Here we have our capless micro USB port. This is just a small little change, but what it means is that you won't be reminded by Sony to tie up your shoelaces, which means, you know, putting your flaps back in. So that's a big change. It's a big welcome change there. It's just for nice, easy usability. We also have our micro SD card slot. Like I said, is a necessity as well. So you're going to get 32 gigabytes, which you can put in here. It won't come with it, but you want to do that just so you've got the extra space. So now we will just look at the finish there as well. It does have a plastic gloss finish, but by no means does it feel cheap. It's sturdy. Okay, we have our Sony branding here as well. We have our NFC to show that this device is NFC ready. We have our 13 megapixel camera. This will record in 1080p at 30 frames per second. We'll have full information, more information on this in the full-on review. Obviously, like I said, you don't get optical imaging stabilization to go with this as well. So it's just a standard 13 megapixel camera, which will get you excellent quality videos in HD, and you'll be able to take some good pictures with it as well. So I think I've been through everything I can go through without switching on the device and going through a full hands-on review. So I'll just put this down there for the moment. So before I go, I do want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed and you want to see some more stuff like this, then please do subscribe. I want to give a massive thank you and shout out to Marsha Wright. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of the Think Big Sunday team. Everyone should check out the hashtag Think Big Sunday with Marsha. It's a positive event which happens around the whole globe for 2 days, getting everyone ready for Monday and celebrating Sunday and celebrating positivity with good business quotes, inspirational quotes, deep thinking quotes. Deep thinking. It's an excellent hashtag. You want to check that out with Marsha Wright. I also want to give a massive thank you to Troy from the What Gear channel. If you guys don't know what Gear is, you should check out the What Gear channel. They do really, really funny tech reviews. Troy put us on the What Gear Wolfpack Wall of Fame a while back, and I haven't had a chance to say thank you, so this will be my first opportunity to say thank you. I did make a banner for him. Did make a banner for you, Troy, so that might be on the screen now. So I do once again just want to say thanks for adding us to the What Gear Wolfpack Wall of Fame. That's everything. Thank you for listening, everyone. You've been listening to I=MC² at Easy Mobiles. You can follow us on Twitter there. Have a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, and I'll see you when I get my glasses.